Welcome back from that break. If you just joined us, we're concluding our investigation and we're looking at troubles and challenges that are being encountered by informal traders. In our first segment, we showed you a clip, a 3-minute clip that was compiled by Corruption Watch, showing what exactly is happening in our streets. While the bylaws are saying it's illegal to stand in the street, but the practicality of things in our community, we have a high rate of unemployment, and these people are not even making ends meet, and yet people can be charged as high as 2,000 rand to get their goods. Is this the democracy that everybody's been fighting for? Well, to discuss the issue and the clip, we'll be joined in studio by Zaheer Casim, who's the journalist at the Corruption Watch. Zaheer, thank you very much and welcome to Behind the Headlines.
Thanks for having us here.
We showed your clip that you did with the issue of the JMPD and informal traders. What were some of your investigation and findings?
I have to say, everything really began with the assault on the hawkers in Ivory Park about a month ago now, a month and a half. Corruption Watch just came out of the JMPD report, and we were looking at corruption on the roads, and this video came up, and it was JMPD officers committing this heinous crime. And that's when we took notice. We started listening. What else is going out there? What else is the JMPD doing that we don't see in mainstream media? I then got in contact with the South African National Traders Retail Association, and we had a meeting with them at the Corruption Watch offices. And what we learned was that the JMPD and not specifically the JMPD but police in general are they are using these people as a source of revenue. They go to them, they harass them. You're not supposed to be, give us money or we'll confiscate your goods. And like you were saying, this is a source of revenue. With a country with 25% unemployment, people need to find jobs, they need to find work. And when people do find work, this is how our law enforcement agencies act. So it's quite terrible what's going on out there.
What am I saying that with everything that's been happening? Because this thing has been happening for years now. And, we are showing it now, but the people that are being affected are awfully quiet about it. Because they know that, these people are going to come on Monday morning and they're going to demand that 150. Why can't they come to the media? Why can't they go to your offices at Corruption Watch and saying enough is enough?
And that's why we started this organization. We want people to report it to us. I mean, if we don't know that there's a problem, what is the first steps actually dealing with it? So that's why Corruption Watch is encouraging South Africans to come onto our website, www.corruptionwatch.org.za, and report all kinds of corruption that happens. Might it be small or large, it affects everyone, and it's destroying our society. So we all have to take a stand and start doing something about it.
We interviewed the spokesperson of the Johannesburg Metropolitan Department, Mr. Mina, who blatantly said that it's illegal to sell in the street and people need to abide by the law. It's in the government. The government always throws a book at somebody who's illiterate, who's been doing this for over 10 years. They don't know what the law says.
If you look at Joburg Street in town, for example, that's a perfect example where, and this is private companies, might I add, not government, that has cordoned off certain areas for hawkers, for traders, and these traders doing phenomenally well. They've even provided security and a cleaning service for these people. So Joburg Street, again, as an example, is a perfect of how things can happen and things can work fluently within the system. And then again, once people are within the system, you can start taxing them, bringing a source of revenue for the government, and everyone wins. The argument by the JMPD that it's illegal, I guess if it is illegal, it is illegal. What I'd like to ask the JMPD is, it's illegal to take bribes, yet their police officers take bribes all the time. What are they doing about that? It's easy to pick on the poor guys. Especially hawkers. These are the poorest of the poor people. I'd like to see the JMPD take more action within their own organization and try and bring in a stricter value and integrity system.
Do you think a lot of people tend to turn a blind eye on such things? Because we see them, we go to malls and we see when JMPD come and want to confiscate these goods, but we're turning a blind eye. We're not saying anything as a community. Are we as well perpetuating to these actions?
I don't know. I can't speak, for everyone in this country, but I'm disappointed with mainstream media. I think there's a lot of stories, especially with the poor, for example, the hawkers, that just doesn't get out there. And the reason why it doesn't sell as many newspapers as Julius Malema's, comments on A, B, and C. And as a media organization, you're supposed to be there. You're supposed to be that watchdog for civil society, and I don't see that.
As Corruption Watch, what steps when you made this, you found out these issues? What steps did you take?
Initially, now what we're doing is first we're trying to get exposure, and I mean it's great that stations like you, for example, are taking up the scores, and that's what we're trying to do. The more people that know about it, the more support that we can get. At the moment, we're trying to get support. In the case of the Ivory Park hawkers that were assaulted, we made sure that both people who were assaulted have legal representation. If something like that does happen to you, again, report to Corruption Watch. We will do our best then to try and get the legal advice, or give you some advice on what what's the next steps. So I mean, first things first, people have to report and come to us and tell us what's going on.
It's with our knowledge that Sandra, that you spoke to, also took these cases forward to the public protector. But do you think enough could be done to helping these people? Because you found an old lady saying, I've been here in the street for 10 years. I've been here before democracy. And now that we have these laws, they're chasing me out. Is enough being done, or can it be done?
Oh, there's always more that can be done. If nothing gets done, we need to start looking at our leadership, our government leadership, and asking questions like, we've put you into power, you work for us, what are you doing to change things? And if those authorities can't, then we need to find new authorities. We need to find new organizations, new government, new political parties that can do the job.
Since your organization has been established, Corruption Watch, how do you assess your performance thus far in terms of the cases that you've handled?
We've got a lot of exposure, and I think we've done very well. There was a huge transportation tender story that we ran, and we've been involved with the Limpopo textbook fiasco. I think the organization has done very well. It's only in less than a year old, so we're still finding our feet. We have great staff. We've got new ideas. In terms of our last JMPD report, I know the city has come back to us, and they're definitely considering the recommendations that we've put forward to them. So things are happening, and our name is beginning to get out there. So that's what we want. And yeah.
Are you accessible? Because a lot of people would say that, yeah, we see them on behind the headlines. You guys have resources to access these people. But I'm an old woman. I've been brutally attacked by police. They've taken my stock and they want me to pay 2,000 rand that I don't have. I don't even have money to go and catch a taxi and go to the offices. Do you have programs that you go to different townships and tell them about some of the projects that you guys are doing and how you can actually assist them?
We do have a representative that does go to different areas to spread the word of Corruption Watch. We are at the moment Johannesburg based, although we do receive reports from all over the country, and we do try to go to different regions within the country. But again, what South Africans need to start doing is reporting to us, and if we find that this story is worthy and we can do something, we'll go there. We'll make that effort. We'll use our resources. We don't expect, especially poor South Africans, to travel from Durban or Cape Town or wherever and come to us. We'll come to you if we think there's definitely something out there, or we'll get one of our partners to join in and help. There's a lot of nonprofits out there, and we're trying to work with everyone. Again, you were mentioning assault and those kind of things. Look, if something like that happens to you, report it firstly to the police. I know this is not always easy because sometimes it could be the police that are assaulting you, but those are supposed to be our public protectors. The police is your go-to guys, and there are good policemen out there, and they so start with them, and then come to us.
So because of time, I think we just have to end it here. And we hope that, our community would start reporting these issues, because of by you being quiet, you're actually adding fuel to fire, with the lack of a better word. And thank you very much for bringing us the issue to our attention.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
For you as a viewer, as a civilian, as a member of a community, what exactly are you doing? Are you reporting these issues? When you're seeing an old lady being harassed in the street because of she's trying to make ends meet, is this the democracy that we've all been fighting for? If you have these stories, report them. We have organizations like the Corruption Watch who are ready to help you as a civilian in the community. You have behind the headlines. All you have to do is send us an email on info@sowetotv.co.za. That's info@sowetotv.co.za. Alternatively, call us on Joburg area code, that's 011-939-1120. That's it for tonight's episode. I hope you enjoyed the episode. And we are really helping out there with the people. From me and the rest of the crew, it's good night. And remember, if it's making news, we're going to show you all this and more behind the headlines.